Hey everyone, my name is Tushar Jain and welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'll be talking about proxy design pattern. What is proxy design pattern? Then we will be writing code in Java to see how it works. So proxy is a structured design pattern that let you provide a substitute or placeholder to an existing object. But the question is why you want to create the substitute or a placeholder for an existing objects. So the answer is, let's say sometime you want to perform something before or after the request gets to the original object. So in that case, you can use your proxy design pattern. You can create a proxy class for your existing class, existing object, and that proxy class will be connecting to the original class, and you can perform something like write code or write some specific task before or after the call reach to the original object. This is the one use case. Another use case, let's say you have one massive object that consumes vast amount of system resources and you need to connect it to time because you need to use those functionalities, and to do that you can simply use the lazy initialization, but there is going to be a lot of code redundancy because of this at client side, right? So in that case also you can use the proxy class and put your code inside the proxy class, and every time you want to connect to that service or object you can simply use the proxy class, and also you can in the proxy class again perform something before or after the call to the main object. Now let's jump into the code and see how it works. Now let's write code for proxy design pattern. So I have created this client class which will be using the proxy. So first let's create the one interface. We will call it database, or let's call it DB. Okay. So all the code is also available on the GitHub. You can go and check out the code if you want, and the link is in the description box below. And here first we will create one method. We will say, let's say, add to DB, and it will simply take one string argument. Okay, so now we will create two classes. First the main class, which we will call database, and then we will create one proxy class for this main database class, and it will implement this DB interface. So as we will say, so now we will just define the methods which we have initialized in the interface. So we will simply say sout message. Add it to DB. Okay, so now this is the main class. We can directly use this main class, but we want this to use via proxy class. So for that we can create one proxy class. So we will call it database proxy, and the database proxy and the DB both will implement the same interface. So again we will implement DB, and here we will just define the method in the interface. But before that we will create the object of this DB class, main DB class, build DB, and we will create the public constructor without any parameter which will initialize this DB object. So we will say this public DB, and then we will say DB equal to new database. So now we will say this, not this, we will say DB dot add to DB, and we will pass the message. But now in the proxy class we can do before or after anything we pass to the database, the main class. So let's say what we will do is we will just change this string to message. Let's say we will say message equals to message dot to uppercase. So we have performed something before adding it to DB, and similarly we can perform something after the main function executed in the main class, in the DB class. So we can add that code here. So now let's use the client and create the object of DB of the database proxy. We'll say database proxy equals to DB equals to new database proxy. Oh sorry. And then this DB will call add to DB, and let's say we will say like, share, subscribe. And now if I will run this class, So this is all in lowercase and it is added into the uppercase and it is added into the DB. So this is how we can use proxy class to simply to perform something before or after making call to the main function, or if you want, like if you are having the same code a lot of time, so you can use to so that your code do not duplicate. So you can, in that scenario also, you can use proxy class, and there are a lot of use cases of the proxy design pattern. So it is very useful and it can help you to build better software. So I hope you understand what is proxy design pattern, and if you have any doubt you can comment down below. I will be answering all of your questions. So see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, keep learning.